The most dreaded words for me to hear growing up was, "There is going to be a test today." Now, this could happen in one of two contexts. The first one, and the preferred one, was when I knew about the test. Now, even though I wasn't typically prepared, if I knew there was a test coming, I could cram for it. Now, I wouldn't really grasp any of the material, but because I had a pretty good memory, I could do enough to get by even though I was ill prepared. Now, the second way I'd get the information about a test, and my least preferred method, was when it was a surprise test. The problem in this case was because I had not been studying the material, I was caught off guard, right? In other words, my lack of being ready and prepared for the test was not only the source of my anxiety, but the source of my poor performance on the test. Now, when we are in school, we typically find out about a test with advance warning to give us sufficient time to prepare. However, I find that the tests that come in the classroom of life often come with no warning at all. And therefore, it can be extremely hard to get ready if we don't stay ready. Most of Luke chapter 20 is about Jesus facing one test after another from people that did not give him any advance notice. So let's see what we can glean from Jesus with all of these exams. Luke chapter 20, verses 20 through 26. Keeping a close watch on him, they sent spies who pretended to be sincere. They hoped to catch Jesus in something he said, so they might hand him over to the power and authority of the governor. So the spies questioned him, "Teacher, we know that you speak and teach what is right, and you do not show partiality, but teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. Is it right for us to pay taxes to Caesar or not?" He saw through their duplicity and said to them, "Show me a denarius whose image and inscription is on it." "Caesar's," they replied. He said to them, "Then give back to Caesar what is Caesar's and to God what is God's." They were unable to trap him in what he said there in public, and astonished by his answer, they became silent. Now, unexpected tests in life are inevitable. The only thing that is up in the air is to the extent that we will keep ourselves ready for the unexpected exams of life when they hit. So this test put Jesus in a no-win situation, right? Either if he answers one way, he's accused of dishonoring God. If he answers another way, he's accused of dishonoring Caesar. But Jesus stayed ready, so he never needed to get ready for a test. So let's discover how he did this from some other passages. The first thing that we notice is that Jesus saw everything through the lens of Scripture, and every word that he spoke was filtered through a biblical worldview. There are three other tests in chapter 20, in which Jesus' response to this impromptu exam was simply Scripture. Our Bibles are not meant to be something that we merely draw out when we hit an exam of life, but rather something that we regularly draw upon for the purpose of adopting a biblical worldview for both the expected and unexpected tests. The second thing we notice from Jesus elsewhere in the book of Luke is regular intentional time to commune with his Father. For instance, right before choosing the 12 disciples, he spent the night praying. How many of us would have said, "Wow, with all that I have to do, I don't have time to pray. I need to do this, and I need to prepare this." The third thing we notice from Jesus is that his affections were rightly oriented. Back in Luke chapter 16, Jesus said we can't love both God and money. Right? There is more than one way to lack a sober mindset in life besides literally being intoxicated with alcohol. Anytime our affections for someone or something have superseded our affections for God, we will lack the sharpness of mind that is required for the unexpected exams of life. So I want to close by asking you this. Which of these three would benefit you from adopting into your life most when the unexpected tests of life hit? Regular scripture study, regularly communing with your Father in prayer, or possessing a sober mindset by reorienting your affections for God?